guys? We're back here with Tim in Yakima, Washington. How's it going, Tim?
It's going okay.
That's good. For the viewers that don't know, I met Tim when he was overdosing one day, and I showed up, and what happened was I pulled up looking for somebody, and Tim was actually in the middle of an overdose, and nobody had a phone to get a hold of him, so I actually called 911. They got a hold of him, and I've been asking about you, Tim, but I've been asking for Thomas. I kept messing up. I kept saying Thomas, and everybody kept telling me, "Yeah, no, I don't know any Thomas."
Nope.
So what happened that day? You mentioned that it was because of fentanyl that you overdosed, right?
Right.
What happened afterwards? Do you remember?
Afterwards, just being brought back by Narcon, and then realizing that probably that wasn't the right narcotic to use for pain.
For sure. And what kind of pain do you have?
I have collapsed sinus and nasal passage right now, and then it's led to problems with my back, where the sinus infection has kind of gone down into my back.
Wow. And so what did that get you to stop doing fentanyl completely?
For the most part, yeah.
That's good. When was the last time that you did do a blue?
I believe it was that day. Yeah, especially they call it powder, was the strongest or the most unpredictable.
How old are you?
I am going to be 54 this year.
54.
Mm-hmm.
Are you from Yakima?
Yes.
And what's your current situation you're in right now?
Homeless, trying to secure housing through the different resources available, like through Connections or Yakima Housing Authority.
For sure.
Yeah.
Was that the one and only time you ever overdosed?
No, it happened before that too, but only with fentanyl.
Only with fentanyl.
Mm-hmm.
How many blues would you do a day? I know you mentioned that you did powder, but when you were doing blues?
I didn't even do one. I knew my limits, so I only usually took 2 or 3 puffs off of somebody that had a blue.
And in that day when you overdosed, is that what happened? You just took a couple puffs?
Yeah, off 3 off of the powder, and that was all it took.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yes.
Do you have any children?
No, never been married, no children.
Oh, okay. What would you attribute to the reason that you became homeless?
Some family money issues that still haven't been resolved.
Like inheritance or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah. Money makes even family do strange things.
How long have you been out here in the struggle?
This is almost 5 years now.
How was your life before then?
It actually wasn't too bad. I used to work for Yakima County District Court in the Collections and Probation Department, and then I worked for Yakima Indian Nation for a while too. And then, after one of my family members passed away, it kind of the power in the family tilted to some other members, and I was basically the home I owned was sold out from underneath me, and my trust fund was basically mismanaged.
Wow. And
yeah.
Is that what kicked off? Wow.
Yep.
What kind of struggles have you had to endure being out here in the streets?
Not only personal struggles, but just seeing like a lot of the younger kids that are out here that don't know any better. That I don't know. It just seems like everybody out here gets younger and younger, and I feel sure. bad for anybody who's out here at that young of an age. You know, like especially between 18 and 22.
For sure. And since you mentioned that, that's one of the main reasons I'm doing this YouTube channel, is because I want to bring awareness to the youth, you know?
Yep.
Because I see what you're mentioning. What message do you have for the youth about homelessness?
if you are, keep your head up, and don't think that probably drugs are the answer. There's other resources that you can, and other ways to, if you're doing it to what do you call it, self-medicate, there's other ways to do it.
How old were you when you started doing like fentanyl and stuff like that?
Oh, just when it came out here in the last year.
Really?
Yeah.
What short-term plans do you have to get out of your current situation?
Short-term plans, hopefully to secure housing through like HEN program through DSHS, or and what I also need to do is get the type of law, or the area of law I'm dealing with doesn't have any law enforcement, so I have to actually file paperwork like in civil court to get my money back. So, and I just haven't had the resources to do it, and it's hard out here, to be able to make it to court dates and be dressed appropriately, when you're homeless. So
for sure, that's some of the struggles.
Right.
For sure.
I think the biggest struggle out here is finding nowadays fresh waters and just a place where they don't run you off, where you can sit and relax.
How do you feel that average people view homeless?
Like a stigmatism, wishing that they would go away, and that there was that nobody had to do anything about it, I guess.
How did you view homeless before coming homeless?
I was always sympathetic, but it's like I've told people I wouldn't want anybody to have to go through it, but I'm glad that I did, because it did give me a different perspective on it.
Sure.
Definitely understand how hard it is out here. And that it's not true when people say that homeless people are only homeless because they want to be homeless. That is rarely the case. There's a lot of circumstances that cause people to become homeless.
And you just touched on another reason why I do these interviews. Every story is different.
Right.
For sure. How do you feel that homeless treat other homeless for the most part?
Other than the habit of stealing from each other, I think that the most help that I've gotten is from other homeless people out here. When I need something, or when all of my things have been taken, I rely on a lot of my friends out here, and it seems like sometimes the poorest of the poor people out here are the ones that give you what you need when you're down and out. So
Sure. And I know you were out for the count, Tim, when you had overdosed.
Right.
You had a lot of friends, man, that were worried about you.
Yes, I appreciate that.
That was actually, I don't want to say amazing, but it was like they all were like, we need a phone, we need Narcan. Everybody was jumping to help you. Obviously, the moment the ambulance showed up, they all dipped out, except
right.
two of them. But there was like 20, maybe 25 people all right there, trying to figure out. There was a guy in a bike, like he took off looking for a Narcan. I wanted to. It's not that I wanted to record it, but I wanted to show that there is good people.
Right. No.
And that homeless do help other homeless.
They do, and I've had a chance to run into some of those people since, and I didn't know that they were there, but they are good friends of mine, and.
So you've had a chance to speak with the people that were there?
Right, and thank them, and for them to let me know that a lot of them have given me the message that if they catch me doing it again, that they're going to bring me back to life just to beat me to a bloody pulp. So
I'm glad I get to speak to you, because I kept asking around. I was like, man, dude, I wonder what happened, And to be honest with you, Tim, that was the only overdose that I've ever seen. So it impacted me pretty big,
Right.
I did an interview right afterwards. I couldn't really focus anymore.
How you doing?
Would you be okay with doing a follow-up interview in the future?
Buena question.
What's that?
Buena question. You don't see a JJ as a little shares?
No, not yet. Not today.
Don't see you?
No.
It's my twin. It's my brother.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen. No.
I don't see you for 2 months, huh?
Oh no. Oh, okay.
Yeah. You see you? Okay.
Okay.
My 90 degrees.
Okay. All right. I will.
So yeah, what message do you have for your family or friends if they end up seeing this video?
Oh gosh. Just that not everybody who's homeless, like I said, is homeless because they want to be homeless, and that there's a lot of good people out here. So please, if you are someone who helps out, don't stop helping us. You know, every little bit does help, and for a lot of people, it does help them eventually gain housing too. So, or you know, a secure someplace to stay. You know, that's more permanent.
Could I give you my phone number? And that way, when you do get housing and stuff, we can show the progression that you guys are going
Sure.
through. Because people really care, the subscribers really care and stuff.
Yep. And to make more, and for the funding that the bigger agencies provide, like the grant money and stuff, to make it more available. You know, there's a lot of people that it still hasn't touched that they could help.
Would you be okay with doing a follow-up interview in the future?
Sure.
And would you be okay with me posting this on my YouTube channel?
Yes.
Thank you, Tim.
Uh-huh.